community. A family makes a house a home, and we value your family like our own. With all-inclusive rates and an experienced care team, you'll feel right at home. Call today to schedule a tour.
This is absolutely the best time of the year if you love spending time outdoors at your home, and the person you need to have on your short list is Matthew Jeffrey with Chattanooga Floor Care, because if you have a patio, a pool deck, as you say, even kind of a space to be newly reimagined, you're the guy to call.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
I want to begin with one thing that you told me that I thought was true, but I had forgotten the details of it. So what we'll talk about is basically resurfacing concrete, right?
Correct.
But what you've done is you've used materials, as you told me, that are available to a lot of people. But this is your concept, really. This is your creation, what you do that's unique.
Absolutely.
At Chattanooga Floor Care.
Yeah, we've taken what are somewhat typical industrial coating materials, and we've had them tested with research and development in our own warehouse, as well as having third parties come in and test. So we test the resilience of the material itself. We do testing for manufacturers as well as our own testing to see the user experience. When we're installing it, it's got to go down a certain way, as well as the slip coefficient. Because if we're installing this outdoors, it's incredibly important that it's safe, number one, and then that it's a quality product.
So there's a really good chance that you have walked on one of Matthew's floors and not even known it. If you have been to Rock City, if you have been to Erlanger Hospital, they are just among two of
Absolutely.
the businesses using you.
Yeah, we've done work with the Marriott, we've done work with Volkswagen, so those same installers that go in and do those big commercial spaces are also doing the spaces for our residential clients as well. We're using the same materials for our residential clients that we use for those industrial spaces.
So you brought some samples with you today, some big and some small, and what I'm noticing is that you can obviously customize the look to what's going to best benefit your aesthetic.
Absolutely.
Right.
So we have hundreds of different colors available. We have 8 standard colors available on demand in stock that, of course, we can have next day. But when it comes to the colors, we can do all kinds of stuff. We can do custom and everything.
So you can feel it, and there's a little bit of grit to it. So you can tell you're going to just latch on and not slip.
Absolutely.
Does it stay like that, Matthew, or does that begin to kind of fade over time?
So it's actually built into the system. So a lot of times grip is added on top of the system. And for our system, we actually install it into the material, and then we coat over top of it so that it locks it in place.
Okay.
So it does, of course, environment's everything.
Sure.
But, under typical environment for residential, we offer a 15-year warranty with our installs.
So let's talk about where this is beneficial to use. So obviously a pool makes just tons of sense. But you're seeing people do this on a patio as opposed to traditional concrete.
Yeah, even front stoops where people come in, they want to have a, street beauty and see that as people first walk in, they want to see their home in a certain way.
It kind of has a timeless look to it.
Yeah.
I think it does. So you then were telling me that some people will call you and they'll say, I have this space in my house and I don't really use it like I did and I wish I could, but it might not be a patio, and could it be a basement?
It can be a basement, it could be a garage, even just a sidewalk, anything concrete we can resurface. What we tell people is, your home you pay for every square foot.
Right.
And so if you can turn that garage into something that's more than just where you park your car, but it's also somewhere where you can spend some time in the evenings in the shade, or somewhere where you can work out, or any number of things. When you have a cleanable, functional space, you really can utilize it for more than just, a garage.
Well, okay, let's go with the patio idea for a minute. What if there is a spot on the existing patio that has a crack in it? Do you have to first seal that crack?
We seal the crack. We also offer a technology. We're the only ones in the Chattanooga market offering it. It's called a carbon fiber crack lock. And it works like a stitch that goes over top of the crack, and it actually holds that crack from cracking, and we warranty that. So we have technologies available to us. A lot of times just patching that crack, it won't reappear, but concrete's finicky, and we're working with something that's already there. And so we've even gone above and beyond to listen to our customers and say, hey, how can we prevent this from cracking again ever?
What's the turnaround time if somebody calls you? If it's, let's say it's for a traditional, 12 by 20 patio.
Yeah. So we can have somebody, you call into the office, we can have somebody come out to your place, give you a quote right on the spot. And then if you sign on the spot, we'll be able to get you booked within 3 to 4 weeks.
And it doesn't take long once you're there. It's kind of a day of job.
So once we're there doing the install, it depends on the size, depends
Sure.
on the damage, but 1 to 2 days for a typical patio.
And then does the weather play a factor? Like, do you want to do it before it gets to be too hot? Does that matter?
So our install, we can go into freezing temperatures, and we can also install up to over 100 degrees. So the temp doesn't matter as much, the rain does.
Right.
So we can't, of course, install resinous coatings in the rain, but we can work around the weather. It's a fun time of the year to be working around the weather, but at the same time, we do so, and we've got a field service manager that does a really good job of that.
Okay, here's where you find him. It's Chattanooga Floor Care. My wheels are spinning, can you tell?
Yeah.
Chatfcs.com is the website. You can also call them 708-2517.
Today and tomorrow, for the last 2 days of April, we're offering a special discount for the Local 3 viewers today. So if you mention 3+U, you get $500 off 500 square feet or more.
Begin a career with the Local 3 team as a full-time master control operator. Your critical role ensures people see the quality programming they expect from Local 3. To apply, email bmaletich@local3news.com.
All the